Before I get into my video, I want to say that I don't think racism will ever go away. I think it's far too embedded in American history for, racism to just be gone completely, but I think we can demise it with the right type of tactics and the right type of action behind it. And oftentimes, we have people out here on YouTube or just within society as a whole that, neither complain about racism, or some people even using that as, use it as an excuse, or some people just come out here and point it out and try to give certain tactics or give an eye opener to a lot of things that are going on out here. But what I want to do is I want to come out here and do a video on how to demise racism. Not just come out here and talk about it or point it out, but actually come with realistic solutions on how to demise it. And first of all, I think we need to create certain public policies that are intact for black people in this country that deal with racism. And we have a president right now, black man, that doesn't really fully understand the black experience here in America and doesn't really speak about our issues, doesn't put any policies at all for black people that deal with discrimination or racism or several other things that we deal with here in this country. And part of that is just the system he's under, and him somewhat not give a damn, to be honest with you. But we need to demand that we have a black agenda. And a lot of people say, well, we don't need a black agenda in politics, but I think we do need a black agenda, because we have somebody who is in power right now that is a black man, but doesn't really, I'm not going to say somewhat sympathize for it, but doesn't really take action into the issues that we deal with. And we need certain policies that are extremely, what's the word I'm looking for? Extremely taken action on as far as the things that we deal with. The same way we come down on people who insult the gay community, or somebody who attacks a little lily white girl out here in society, we need to have that same concern, that same action towards the issues that blacks deal with in this country. And part of it is, I think we need to, first of all, when it comes to certain positions that go on, whether it's politics, whether it's the police department, whether it's city council, those positions that have power, I think we need to integrate that. We need to have it a demand, not only a demand, but we need to have it a right that it has black folks within these certain positions. If we look at the police department, part of why we have a lot of police brutality is, for one, we have a system that doesn't give a damn about us. We have another system that we have a lot of Sambos and coons who are in the police department that are afraid to speak up and speak out. Third, the majority, we look around America, the majority of police departments are filled with Caucasians who get a badge, get a gun, and feel like they have the power to shoot down anybody they feel like deserves it. So we need to integrate certain jobs and certain careers that have power. Second, we need to start reprimanding people who do blatant racism. And I'm talking about just the everyday cat. Let's say it's somebody at your job or whatever, and you can prove, whether it's through a recording or whether it's through video surveillance, you can prove that racism is being done. Whether it's from the Hispanic groups, a lot of these jobs, whether it comes from McDonald's or it's Walmart or whatever, a lot of these jobs are being constructed through the Hispanic community. This is not coming down the Hispanic community, nothing like that, but a lot of these jobs are being filled with Hispanics, and a lot of times you have black folks who are applying for these jobs but are not being called in or not given a chance to work for certain companies simply because you have the Hispanics that are throwing away applications, or you have white people who, I don't want Lakeisha working for me. I can tell that's a black woman right there. I don't want her working for me, or I don't want DeAndre working for me. So they're throwing away their applications, turning down black folks from integrating into these certain type of positions. And if we have proof that racism is being done, we need to have it to where these people will serve jail time, not being reprimanded, not being let go, but they serve jail time. And if people know that they will be locked up for racism, I think a lot of people will start having a fair playing ground out here in society. And this goes for politics. This goes for people who deal within the jail system, lawyers, whether you working at McDonald's. If people know you will be locked up for displaying racism, a lot of this will not be going on. And just anybody out in general, if you call somebody a nigger or any type of derogatory term, and they can prove it. And I know this will be hard by proving it, but like I said, we have to have some type of intact, realistic plan that will justify why we lock some of these people up. If you can prove that there's racism going on, discrimination going on, that person will serve jail time. So that's one of the things I think will demise a lot of racism, along with integrating some of these positions that have power. Third, I think that we need to start controlling our dollar. A lot of us go out here and we spend all this money at these little Korean stores. They don't give a damn about us. They don't do anything for the community. They just come basically to basically rape the black community of their dollars, but do nothing for it. They watch us in the store. They following us around. They don't hire any of our people. I think we need to start controlling our dollar, and with controlling our dollar, we will create power, not just for ourselves, but for our community as a whole. And we can start creating our own business, because like I've said before, nobody respects anything but the dollar bill. It doesn't matter who you are, black, blue, green, white, purple, male, female. When people's money is in jeopardy, people will straighten up. People will start listening. And we can look at, Paula Deen, and how she made racist statements. And you had a lot of these Sambos and coons out here that were saying, it's cool, Paula Deen. We don't really take it to the heart and blah, blah, blah. But who were the people that were going after Paula Deen? It was these mega corporations. And that's because they were afraid of losing that dollar bill from the black community. You know how many black people shop in Walmart or Target, all these different corporations? That's what they were afraid of. It wasn't that they cared about, Paula Deen saying the word nigger, or having this type of mindset of blacks being servants, or not that they even cared about the black community. It's the fact that they knew their dollar bill could possibly be in jeopardy by supporting someone like Paula Deen. So these are the things that we have to look at and we have to control in order to demise racism here in this country. The fourth thing, I think we need to start mobilizing. We need to start taking more action on a lot of the things out here that are blatant racism. We need to start calling this out. Those out here that have opinions and can voice their opinion and get out here and whether it's do videos or speaking within your community or mobilizing together and going to Congress or going to your local voting registration offices or whatever. Those who have that leadership and have that power and can mobilize people, we need to start taking action within our communities. We've done enough talking and we've done enough praying. It's time for us to start taking action. So, this is what I want to do. I want to do a video on how to demise racism and come with an actual realistic point of view. But you guys give me your feedback on what you feel like, can demise racism here in this country. I'm out. Peace. Let's take action.